It's your boy, Coach Carl. Mr. 58 is the new 28. And I'm logging in online to see what my people doing. I told y'all, I needed y'all to hit the subscribe button. I needed y'all to hit the notification icon. Now we can get back online and have another conversation equivalent to how good yesterday's conversation was. So with that being said, where is my people at? What y'all got going on a good day like today? Have y'all been training? Have y'all been at work? Are y'all ready for the holidays? There's a whole lot of stuff to discuss. I'm just waiting on my people to line up so we can make this thing happen. Once again, it's your boy, Coach Carl. Mr. 58 is the new 28, straight from Hampton, Virginia. I done did my workout for the day, and your boy dead tired. I can't wait to eat that dinner today. I got a plant-based pizza, vegetable cheese pizza, plant-based. I'm about to put that in the oven in about an hour, and we gonna get it in. That's what's for dinner today. Y'all knew, like The Rock used to say, y'all smell what The Rock is cooking? Hey, look, appreciate y'all logging in. Let me know where y'all from and what y'all got going on today. Are y'all ready for in some people's cases, the turkey day? For me, it's just another day of eating vegetables, but glad to be alive. So with that being said, let's get it cracking. I done spent my time today putting in that workout, made a couple of videos for the channel. Man, just came back from a 4-mile power walk with a 20-pound vest on. Them little arms was swinging and I was getting it in. Because you ain't always got to run. Some days you might just want to walk. Why? Because walking is nothing but running slow. Let's get it. Who we got here? Systems. Do System YAAROKA 6869. Dude, where are you from? I'm from Hampton, Virginia. Little small city down here on the East Coast called Hampton, Virginia. If you heard the name Allen Iverson, the basketball player, used to play for the Philadelphia 76ers, he from Hampton, Virginia. Now you got a planet's point where you see where he from, you know where I'm from. Where you from, dog? Where you from? See, I got a very good body. Hey, look, I work out every day. I work out 7 days a week. Just finished a 3.5-hour training session. Just finished a 4-mile power walk. And I hit the bag for 30 minutes. Suggest beginner workout tips. Oh, beginner workout tips. That's easy. I got a workout plan called the 50 package. That's 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, 50 squats, 50 jumping jacks, 50 forward and backwards arm rotations, and walk or run for 30 minutes. 15 minutes away from the house, 15 minutes back to the house. Yep, so yeah, man, that's called a 50 package. What's good? I see a lot of people up here. Rika, what's good? You from India. System, I agree. Hey, look, I appreciate that. I need some help cleaning 20 buckets of chili. Hey, man, I'm vegan. I don't touch that stuff. But look, somebody gonna help you, though, because somebody want to eat. What's up, Brazil? So you need to wash your beard because somebody spilled some milk in it. Nah, bruh. Hey, look, I might sound young, I might look young, but every now and then I like to rock a little 5 o'clock shadow and shape the joint up because my beard, when it grow out, though, that joint be full gray. That joint could be down here, full gray. I used to have people pull me up and be like, yo, man, that beard is fly, dog. I used to rock a full beard. I'll show you a picture. I used to rock the whole joint, player, for real, for real. I used to rock the full beard joint. Back before everybody started trying to get fly with the beards. Now everybody got a beard. I used to rock the full beard joint and it was proper, like a big cheese whopper. This about 5 years ago. Coach Carl with the full face beard. You feel me? It's about 5 years ago. You look like LeBron. Hey, look, LeBron look like me. I'm older than LeBron. LeBron in his late 30s, early 40s. I'm 58. So let's say he look like me. Somebody say, just Linda say, you so clean. I appreciate it, Linda. Hey, look, we just trying to make it out here. Hit the like button, guys. Keep that like button popping. And don't forget to hit the subscribe. Hit that subscribe so every time I get online, we can have these same kind of conversations. Hench weights are scared from you. Okay, I don't know what that means, but hey, look, you look like Holyfield. But they say I look like everybody. Hey, look, thank you, though, because Holyfield is a fly fella. So compliments. What do you do for a living? I train. I teach. I was a barber for over 40 years. Owned barbershop since 1992. Gave up my barbershop business in 2020. Now, I just teach. I teach karate and I teach boxing. I teach dieting. Hey, look, believe it. I'm actually trying to inspire the world. That's my motive. That's my motive. There's so many people out there, man, need to get it right. Because I've been watching a whole lot of people die that ain't my age. They're younger than me. Young people dying now, man, from stupid stuff. From being sick. From not being in shape. From having high blood pressure. The whole nine. Coach, when you training outside, brother, hey, look, man, right now it's a whole lot of leaves out there. The maintenance, the lawn care guys ain't came through yet. We got about 400 trees in this complex, dog. It's leaves everywhere. That's why I train on the inside. I only train outside to hit the bag in the afternoon, but I got an inside the house bag now. So I do that during the winter. I pull out the inside the house bag. I don't train outside because I don't feel like moving them leaves. There's too many leaves out there. I let the lawn care guys get it. You work more than your remaining years. Hey, look, people work more than their remaining years all the time. Hey, look, that's the way the system is set up. It's set up for us to work for the rest of our lives. You got to do something to change that. It's not going to change it for you. The system is geared to keep trying to sell you a car, to keep trying to sell you a house, and to keep giving you more bills. You getting the better iPhones. You getting the better of everything. You got all kinds of networks on your TV, not just cable no more. You got Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, Paramount. We got everything. So basically what I'm saying is we spending a whole lot of money. So that's why people can't retire. Do like I did. Cut back on everything and then walk out the gig and don't think about it again. He is what we call a silver fox, handsome and gray. Oh, my goodness gracious. Appreciate the compliments, yo. Appreciate the compliments. I am really interested in karate. It's said to instill discipline in one's mind. That's what karate do. I've been in karate since I was a kid. Yeah, karate will basically, my son, I had one son that loved karate. He loved the katas. He loved the weapons. He loved the kumite, that sparring. My other son, he liked to fight, but he ain't like the katas and the weapon because it says it's doing the same thing over and over and over and over, but that's the discipline part of it. Yeah, but, I kept him in it for 10 years anyway. He ain't had to like it. He just had to go. Say barber to karate? Nah, I was actually karate before I started cutting hair. I was karate and boxing before I started cutting hair. I didn't start cutting hair till I was 15 years old. At 15, I went from 15 to 18 cutting hair at home. Then I went from, at almost 19 years old, I went to a barbershop. And I worked in a barbershop from 19 to 24. At 24, I opened up my own shop. Say the last 10 pounds are the hardest to lose. Do I have any tips? Yeah, stay on the program. Whatever program you own, stay on it. You can always accentuate the program by cutting out 500 more calories. So basically, look at what you eat and take out 500. And then you're gonna lose that pound. That last 10 is always the hardest, but the last 10 is worth it because then you have reached your goal. So don't stop short of reaching your goal. Say my birthday's in 4 days. AJP, my birthday was November the 5th. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, people. Mike Tyson, bro. Yeah, hey, look, I appreciate it. Mike Tyson was a beast during Mike Tyson's time. I'm saying, what's your plan for retirement? Chilling. To spend less money than I spent when I was working. That's my plan. To teach. I come online every day. Either I'm on live stream or I'm dropping a video. I drop 2 videos a day, 7 days a week. So that's 14 videos a week I drop. And I have other channels too. So I have another fitness channel. I drop 2 videos a day on that channel too. But hey, look, this is what I do for a living now. God has blessed me to be here this long, And now I'm trying to get other people to see how I feel. Hey, look, when I was 18, 20, 30 years old, I always wanted to know what it felt like to be old enough to have been through some things. And yeah, I'm old enough to have gone through some things and made it on the other side. So now what we're going to do with this life, we're gonna live it. Say, Coach, you should start a clothing line. Hey, look, I might have to do that. People been asking me to use some of my slogans on some shirts and whatnot, man. You're a real G for not failing to the flexing game. Hey, believe it. I ain't flexing on nobody. Hey, look, I'm plain and simple, man. I tell people all the time I live what I call the monk lifestyle, which means monks ain't flexing on nobody. They kind of do what they do and move off to the side. It's two groups of people I really like. One is the monks and the other one is the Amish. The reason why I like them is because they learn to depend on each other and themselves, not on the government, not on the system, not on buying all this stuff and selling all this stuff, selling stuff to people that they don't need. That's what the world is about. The world is about keeping us broke. We got to change the game. If we don't want to be broke, we got to change the game. Do I do Tai Chi? No, I just do Okinawa Shorin-ryu karate. I do some Taekwondo. I do 52 blocks, if you know what that is. I'm a boxer, and I'm a vegan. So, and I run a lot. And Jesus is king. Never been to prison, player. That's the one thing I can say I never done. Hey, look, appreciate you, Coach. You're a good man. 39 CI. Hey, I'm trying to be. Hey, look, always remember something. God kept me here for a reason. I ain't have to be here this long. Hey, look, and I'm healthy. I just went to the dentist, just went to the doctor, and just went to the eye doctor. That's what I do at the end of every year, right before Christmas, around my birthday time. I go through all three, get all them checkups, man. Everything checked out 100. I don't take no medication. I'm straight vegan. I don't eat no crap. And I train 7 days a week. I'm on the 5 km, 2 hour of wrestling, squats, box jumps, pull-ups. Man, you doing a good job. Jack Johnson 424. That's a terrible name to have, too, player. That dude was a beast. But look, you doing real good, man. Anybody up here that's working out, you doing good because the show beats sitting on the couch. What's my body count? I don't know. I can't tell you if I did know. Somebody up here might there might be one of them. You feel what I'm saying? Say, what the heck? Hey, look, it's all good, player. Facts, though. Hey, look, self-sufficient. Hey, that's the way to roll. Hey, look, I could have worked for somebody. My whole life, people been asking me to work for somebody. Man, come take this job. I can give you this. I always like to work for myself. Always like to put my life in my own hands. So that's why when I was looking in the mirror one day and I realized my belly was hanging over my belt and I wanted to do something about that, I didn't know it was a six-pack under that fat belly. I didn't. So I started training. I started dieting. I created a program for myself, and all of a sudden, now I can get up here and talk about it. And now I can tell other people how to do the same thing that they saw me do. But it's all about you. I came in the kitchen before 2013. From 1967, the year I was born, to 2013, I ate meat. I ate hamburgers. I ate French fries. I drank milk. You know what I'm saying? The whole nine. In 2014, I came in the kitchen and said, I want to be a vegan. I didn't even know what it cost to be a vegan. I just wanted to be one. I wanted to see if I could do it. So I said 30 days. Now it's been 11 years. Say, quote, Coach Carl, what's the quote of the day? Stay alive. That's the quote of the day. No matter how you got to do it, stay alive. I tell people all the time, I go running sometimes at 4 o'clock in the morning. Everybody in my house be asleep. So, but I always say, when I leave out of here, I got to come back here. So no matter what happens, no matter what has to happen, when I leave out, I'm coming back. So if that means I got to fight a wolf, fight a coyote, fight a bear, I'm coming back home. So the bottom line is, hey, look, stay alive. Yeah, the system wants you dependent. That's what the system is. How do you think? Hey, look, I got a good question for you. Anybody up here? Anybody up here? It's a good question for y'all. You walk into a bank and you see 6 or 7 tellers, right? You see a president, a vice president, marketing manager, all of that, right? But you don't see the bank selling nothing. They might sell houses, stuff like that, but you don't really see them selling nothing, right? So where they make their money from? You. When you walk in the bank and you put your check in the bank and your check sits there and they invest your money. That's what banks do. They invest your money to make more money for themselves. That's why I've stood in the bank behind a guy that was the bodyguard for Allen Iverson. and the guy had a $50,000 check and a $75,000 check. They said, we can't cash those. He said, why not? This is a bank. They said, you got to come back. So what he had to do is come back after 2 o'clock. They had to call the ATF guys, not the ATF guys, the guys with the armored truck. They had to call them guys, and they had to come back to the bank and drop off money for them to cash his check. Because the bank don't keep money in the bank. They don't keep a certain amount of money in the bank. That's just to make transactions. But the bank is making money off us every day. You know how many people put money in the bank and don't go back and get it? So if you leave money in the bank for 30 days, guess what they're going to do with your money? They're going to invest it. They're going to buy houses, they're going to buy land, they're going to buy property, and they're going to buy it with your money. And then they're going to give you back your money when they sell it. Hey, look, a bank, you know, people don't know this. I'm going to give y'all some real good advice in case y'all ever hit the lottery, in case y'all just rich. You know what FDIC means? FDIC insured is when the bank secures your money. So if bank were to file bankrupt, or somebody would come in there and rob the bank still gives you back your money. But you know how much one bank account is insured for? One bank account. So if you got one bank account and you hit the lottery, you got $1 million in the bank, right? You know how much one bank account is insured for? $250,000. Let that sink in. So what happens if they file bankrupt? What happens if somebody robbed the bank clean? What happens if somebody fraud, take your money? Anything over $250,000 is not insured by the bank. So you got to have more than one bank account. So you got to go in there. If you got $1 million, you got to have 4 bank accounts. Ain't that a trip? So you realize the bank is making money off of you, but they ain't trying to give you that money back. Vegans got the most perfect skin. I might consider switching to it. Hey, look, I switched to vegan on accident. I just want to see if I could do it. And once I realized it wasn't nothing but food, at the end of the day, you don't care what you had to eat. You just care that you ate. So that's how it was with me. I didn't care what it was I ate. I just cared that I ate. And eating vegetables ain't a bad thing. Your mama told you when you was a kid, clean the plate. Take the vegetables, the only thing that was still left up there. That's the only thing you ain't want. I eat vegetables. I eat rice. I eat pasta with vegan cheese. I eat apples, oranges, bananas, grapes, cantaloupe, watermelon. I eat peanuts, cashews, sunflower seeds. There's certain tater chips that are not made with nothing but a potato. There's certain French fries that are not made with nothing but potato. I can eat white potatoes. I can eat sweet potatoes. I can eat sweet potato pie as long as you just use the potato to make the pie. And the crust is vegan, cauliflower crust. I got a vegan plant-based pizza in the freezer right now. I just bought from the store. It's about a 10-inch. I'm going to chop it in half. I'm going to eat half of it today and half of it tomorrow. That's how we do here. I say, hello, I'm surfing lives right now. What universe am I in? you in 2025, November, in America, dealing with some real folk. I appreciate you surfing and happening to log on my channel. But look, while you here, can you hit the subscribe button so the next time you surfing, you can find me again, and then we can continue to have conversations, and you can continue to enlighten people about, you know, how you surfing and why you surfing and what's going on with you. Because I'm sure something going on in your life, something positive. Anybody up here that's got something to talk about, anybody that's got a YouTube channel that they want other people to look at, please let me know, because I'm going to be the first one. I got my phone right here, and I can sign up to another YouTube channel right now. April 16, 1998 time. Okay, April 16. It's April the 7th, 1998, my daughter was born. She's 27. Low carb and hard work. Exactly. When financial issues over. When financial issues over. When you stop buying stuff you can't afford. Hey, look, this is what the deal is. You go to get an apartment. They tell you got to make 4 times the rent. You go to buy a car, they tell you at least one check should pay for your car. The reality is, what if you make $1,000 a week? One check gonna pay for your car. There's a lot of people out here right now with some $600, $700 car notes just because they wanted that car. I don't want a car that bad, bro. Dude, can you drop your hair care tips? I don't really have none now, man. I was a barber for 40 plus years. The only thing I tell you to do is wash your hair every day and then put some grease in it. They say you can't wash your hair every day because you wash out all the nutrients in your hair. But this depends on what you're going to put back in your hair. That's why we have hair, shampoo, and conditioner. Why we have hair grease. You got to go through the suffering to figure out the reason. You might lose sleep, but it's going to feel like you dreaming. Hey, look, I went through a whole lot of suffering to get to the top. A whole lot. I mean, I stayed up late. I woke up early. I worked all day. I used to go to the barbershop from 1996 until 2020. I worked 7 days a week, 10 to 12 hours a day. Made a lot of money, but worked 7 days a week. It wasn't a life, so I had to change it. You are in control of your life. Don't let nobody up here tell you nothing other than that. This is your life. You are in control of it. If you choose to work like a slave, it's your fault. If you choose to eat like a clown, it's your fault. If you choose to drink until you get drunk, it is your fault. You can stop anything you want to stop. That's why God gave us all free will. You can stop it, but you can also add it in. Ain't nobody gonna come stop it for you. You can put a gun to your head and pull the trigger, and nobody can stop you. But the reality is, why would you want to do that? Because people get confused. They get confused about life. They get confused about what life is about. They get confused about what they want to do next in life. There's always another day. The next day won't be as bad as this day. The next day won't feel as long as this day. The next day you won't work as hard as this day. So with that being a reality, hey, look, we could change our whole lives. All we got to do is want to. Let's see, please. Let me see. Deontay Wilder's father. Deontay Wilder was a beast when he was a beast. Tater chips. Tater chips. Laugh out loud. Yeah, man, that's what we call them. Hey, look, respect. Michael Jordan. Sir, best mass gainer suggests me. Sir, best mass gainer suggests. Food. That's the best mass gainer. See, people want you to do everything but food. They want you to become dependent on a product. The product is food. I had a friend that was an all-natural bodybuilder. That dude's biceps was the size of my thighs. His arms was like that big. And you know what he did? He had 8 to 12 eggs for breakfast. He had 4 chicken breasts for dinner. But he ate a whole lot of vegetables on top of that. And all he did was make sure he got enough protein. If you jump the protein up, and the only way you can get protein up is to eat it or drink it. Bottom line, keep the carbs low, get the protein high, eat as much as you can. Sup, extra polished sun oil. Hey, look, I ain't got nothing on but skin, bruh, and lotion. Put on some lotion. Need to put some lotion in. Hey, look, I want to be like them guys when they go to them bodybuilding competitions where they put that dark spray on. So when I do like this, y'all can see them abs, and they be darker. You know what I'm saying? I want them abs to be dark brown. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, look, that's how they do it in them bodybuilding competitions. You look great, sir. Nice beard. Appreciate it, Sergio 3251. You saved yours at 19. Hey, man, I cut the beard off every now and then. I just go in the bathroom and just rock. Cut the beard and the mustache off and rock clean face every now and then. It all depends on what I feel like doing. Say my head is super shiny. Hey, look, that's a good thing. My head is healthy. It could be dry and all scaly. I could have lumps and bumps. And look, as many times I got stole on when I was coming up, I should have some lumps on the joint right now while you jiving. Great advice. Oops, my fault. Cater in, I don't know how to pronounce that, but 9658. I appreciate you. God bless you, brother. Keep up the good work. Hey, look, I appreciate it, Thomas. NB 1102. I'm tired from my life. Everybody is tired from their life. Hey, I wake up every day saying the same thing. But when you get control of your life, when you pull the reins in so that you can control that wild beast, then they're going to start liking it again. But most of us have let somebody else control the life. Control it. If you're a girl, you let guys control your life. If you're a guy, you let girls control your life. Don't let nobody control your life. You control your own life. And then you'll be happy about it. I tell people, man, they be pissed off all the time. They be pissed off where they live at. If you don't like where you live, turn in a 30-day notice and go get another lease at another place. You don't like what you drive, take your car to the car lot, ask the man to trade it in for another car. You don't like where you work, get online, find another job, get a two-week notice, leave that job, go get another job. You don't like your wife or your husband, unfortunately, there are other wives and other husbands out here that may be better suited for you. Because if you don't get out of that situation, it's only going to end in homicide or suicide. So the bottom line is you can divide to prevent the homicide or suicide. Look, you can change your whole life. You ain't got to wait, bro. You all girl. You ain't got to wait. Change it today. Dude, how to maintain a friendship, a friend with benefits relationship. Please give me some real world advice. Man, you want something. You want to get the milk from the cow without paying for the cow. Come on, dog. Hey, look, I ain't chasing nothing. I ain't never been a chaser. My sister asked me today, she said so many girls and so many young ladies knew me when I was a young buck in high school and whatnot, but they never said that they talked to me. That's because I ain't want to talk to them. My thing was, hey, look, man, I try to live a different life. You can't be out here just, I ain't want to play with nobody. I ain't want to play with nobody's mind, nobody's heart, nobody's intelligence. I don't want, I mean, you hurt people. You know what I'm saying? So my biggest thing was stay by myself. I stayed by myself and I asked God to find me somebody. And when he found me somebody, I ran with it. You know what I'm saying? And I've been married now for 34 years. So with that being said, hey, look, God is give you what you ask for. But if you better be careful what you ask for. At one time, I thought I was the king. I thought I had the gift of gab. I thought I could talk to anybody. And I could. But what was that going to do? I didn't like them. They didn't really like me. We was just trying to benefit each other some kind of way. Sometimes, man, you got to pay for the cow. Stop getting the milk for free. You look young, brother. Hey, look, I'm trying. Hey, look, that's what all the working out is for. That's what all the eating right and drinking right is for. Trust me, it does wonders. How good can someone get at boxing by solo training at home? Any tips? You can become great. There's a whole lot of fighters that didn't have a whole lot of boxing background. Look at Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua didn't have a crazy amateur background, but he ended up winning the Olympics. Ain't that something? It's a whole lot of fighters that started later in life. Look at people like Bernard Hopkins who went to jail. He was self-taught in jail, came out and won the title. That's what happens. He won the title at a later age. Not everybody. Hey, look, just learn. Get where you feel comfortable. If you feel comfortable here, I got over 1,400 videos on this channel. So if you feel comfortable, get where you feel comfortable and start learning. Learn as much as you can and do as much as you can with it. You only need to go in the gym when you're looking for a coach that's going to put you in the ring. Peace and blessings, brother. Keep the wisdom flowing. GG Man 435. I appreciate you being up here, player. Make sure, I keep asking y'all this. Do me a favor. Make sure anybody up here that's on my channel, I don't care if you got here by accident. There's no such thing as accidents. But if you got here on purpose because somebody wanted you to be here, hey, look, log in, sign in, leave a comment, get in the dialogue, and please subscribe to my channel. Hey, look, the same thing I say. Hey, look, friends with benefits, relationships are doomed. Giving fragments of yourself like breadcrumbs. Fear of intimacy and commitment. Wait until marriage. Hey, man, you don't know how bad I wish I would have waited until marriage. I didn't want to give none of this away. I just want to save it all for the right person. But unfortunately, I made a lot of mistakes coming up. But I learned from those mistakes. And when I was 21 years old, I vowed to not date nobody until I found the right person. I met somebody at 22. They wanted the right person. We dated for like 2 weeks. I met somebody else. They wanted the right person. We dated. And I won't sleep with these people either. I was just like, yo, let me get it right. When I met my wife, we dated for 8 months. And then we got married. Been married now 34 years. You gotta ask God for what you want. And you got to be willing to go out there and work for it. Happy holidays, my man Ward Jones 265. Anytime Television, fire. I appreciate you being here, dog. The real Patrick Bateman 100. In my opinion, the gym isn't necessary. You have to eat protein, clean your face properly, take showers and perfume. Hey, look, a lot of good advice, depending on who you're talking to. You reflect God's glory. Exactly. Let's see. What's good? F4ZM1. What's good? Submission 8431. Should I leave my wife, you said? No, I didn't say leave your wife. I said if you and your wife can't come to an agreement and y'all basically fighting all the time, it can only end in homicide or suicide. That's when it's time for you to pack up your bags and let your wife move on to someone that may treat her better than you or your wife move on to someone that may treat you better than her. A wise man once told me that when you meet a person and you grooming a person and that person's grooming you, you're not always grooming them for you. Sometimes you grooming them for the next person. So with that being said, you got to know when you with the right person and when you're not. Is kettlebell hit workouts better than traditional gym workouts? There's no workout that's better than another workout. The only workout that's better in the real world is hard work. The harder the workout, the better the workout. And I don't care if you're doing lightweight. I don't care if you're doing heavyweight. I don't care if you're doing calisthenics. I don't care if you just running. If it's hard and you gaining from it, then it's a great workout. I don't put one workout in front of another one. I just say all of them are good as long as it's hard work. If I don't like my house and my car, trade them in. People forget that when they go buy a car from a car lot, you can always take it back. People forget that when they live in an apartment or a house, they can always sell it or get another apartment. People are under the impression that when you live in an apartment, you got to stay there for 40 years. You don't. You paying a rent. That's it. You renting the place. And if you don't like it, if they don't treat you well, you go and you put an application in and you pay the fee for the application. And then instead of paying this month's rent or next month's rent at the place you living in, you take that money and you pay for the next place. That's how you move out. And the only thing you're going to have to pay for is a rental truck. Does love require patience? That's what it requires. You have to, before you can even think about being in love, the one thing you want to do is meet a person, right? And you want to make sure that you have something to offer this person that's going to help this person grow. And they got to make sure they offering you something that's going to help you grow. Together, you helping each other grow. If you don't see where you can benefit from this person and this person can benefit from you, then y'all wasted each other's time. I don't care if it's, excuse me, I don't care if it's just a conversation. If the right conversation is popping off, then we doing something good. But sometimes it's the wrong conversation that's popping off. Sometimes you already know from the beginning that you just wasting the time. It's too many girls that are fly, and a guy choose you because of your fly. It's too many guys that are handsome, and a girl choose you because of your handsome. You have to look beyond that and look into what this person is and what this person can be. Sometimes you can add something to this person's life that can take this person over the top. I used to tell people all the time, my wife made me feel like I had an S on my chest. This old man asked me one time when I was cutting his hair. He was about 60 something when I was like 18. No, I wasn't 18. I was about 23, 24. I got married when I was 24. So he asked me, no, I got married when I was 23 in August. I turned 24 in November. And then the following year, my son was born when I was 25. All right, so with that being said, this guy asked me, he said, if you were in a burning building on the 12th floor and the window was open, right? A burning building on the 12th floor, you and your fiance, and you jumped out the window, would she help you fall or help you land? The first thing that came to my mind is she would be a parachute. He said, you marrying the right person. You didn't have to think about it. I said she'd be a parachute. Muhammad Sustain 3136. What's good with you? Say, take my glasses off for $1. What if I don't need $1? But I'll take them off without the dollar. I only need glasses to read these small letters on the cell phone. I don't need glasses for nothing else. I don't run in them. I don't hit the bag in them. I mean, I do when I got my phone out because that's the only way I'm gonna be able to read these little itty bitty letters. I only need glasses for reading. I can't drive in them. I can't run in them. Hey man, love from India. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, India. Appreciate you being here. Mojo. Oh, I don't know what they said that was rude. I miss a lot of stuff, dog. Trust me. And if it's real rude, I just bypass it. You know, because we got a lot of people up here, man, that just be up here to troll. And that's cool. I want the trollers to be up here too. You know why? Because they're gonna get something out of this conversation. Because in order to troll, you got to be here and you got to listen. So you got to listen so you can have something stupid to say or whatever. But the case is, let's see. So what's my view on polygamy? Hey, look, a lot of people want more than what they can handle. The Bible teaches us that we don't ask for more than what we can handle. But people do it all the time, man. They just won't. Hey, man, it's a funny thing. I ain't knocking nobody's religion, but it's a funny thing. I don't want no more. I just want what I got and I'm good with it. You know what the term minimalist is? I live the minimalist lifestyle. Well, that's where I'm headed. As I got older, I realized I don't need all this stuff. I got a whole lot of stuff, trust me. I got 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, a bonus room, a living room, a dining room, and a den. That's too much stuff, man, for 2 people. Look, I'm talking about ready to downsize because I can't help as many people as I would like to help if I'm all in, if all my money is going into this mess. Somebody say, do you regret getting face tattoos? No. The reason why is because I don't work for nobody. I regret them if I needed to work for somebody because you can't go to work for somebody with face tattoos. But I got my stuff. I've always owned my own business. I've always worked for myself. I never had to answer to nobody. I was 18 years old working in a barbershop. And even though you're working in a barbershop, you're working for yourself. I was a commission barber. Means everything I did, I made 70% of it. I used to do like $1,000 a week at 18 years old. Then I ended up opening my own barbershop. And the numbers just kind of, went haywire for a while, which is kind of what you want. But so I'm always trying to tell people, hey, look, don't dismiss the barbering field. I've been a barber for over 40 years. You can make a lot of money cutting hair, but just learn the trade, and then you get to do what you want to do. Do what you want to do with your face. I just found out my grandpa is dying. Can you give me some advice on what I'm supposed to do? I'm struggling right now. Hey, look, when I found out my grandmother was dying, the first thing I did was started talking to her more. I talked to her every day, but I started talking to her twice a day. Why? Because she was a matriarch. You know what a matriarch is? A matriarch is a head person in the family. They got information that the other people, the younger people, don't have, and they never chose to go out and get. So what you want to do, your nobody, your grandmother, your grandfather, your father, your mother, your brother, sister, your cousins, nobody lives forever. We all gonna die at some point. We just don't know when and we don't know how. So the thing is, what I do is I try to teach exercise and dieting so we can better plan that out so that you'd have a better chance at the gamble. But at this point, you about to lose a matriarch. So what you want to do now is you want to get all the information. You gotta get everything. You gotta learn stuff that you didn't know. Because if he dies and it goes with him. So that's how I did my grandmother. I called my grandma on the phone. I started asking questions. They like to talk. People like to talk. And I like to ask questions. And I got the answers that I needed because that's how I'm going to live my life. I need their experiences, their knowledge and their wisdom. Otherwise, when they leave, they take it with them. So, thing I can tell you to do is pray to God that he or she is not suffering, and talk to them all the time. Spend a lot of time because they are still alive today. So spend time with them. They need you. I tell my wife works in a retirement home / hospice unit and rehab and all that. Do you know that a lot of people that put their parents or grandparents in a home, they don't go back to see them. So they drop them off on a Monday, they don't come back for like 6 years. But that person at one time was the king or the queen of the whole generation. They was the king or the queen. They were the ones that made the money. They bought the land, they bought the house, they bought the cars, they saved the money. And then when they got older, you put them over in the cage like you do an old dog. You ever go to the SPCA or the dog compounds or whatever, and the old dogs are in the cage and nobody don't want them, and the dog just is laying there like, I used to be loved, I used to be patted, I used to be hugged. Well, that's the same thing with these grandmothers and grandfathers and these mothers and fathers. They used to be the junk. We got to keep them the junk. We got to remind them of why they was here and how much they did for you while they was here. Because trust me, everything you got right now is because of them. Hope that made sense. Unc spitting. Hey, look, Unc trying, bro. Unc trying. Eastern Kentucky. God bless Eastern Kentucky. I don't know nobody from Kentucky, but now I do. I know Scar Dash 19Q. Peace. Hey, look, some people spread negativity for no reason. You know that's how people do. Hey, look, it is what it is. But the people that's up here, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button so we can always have these conversations, because these conversations sometimes get deep and they help y'all and they help me. Some people that are up here watching and listening right now, they're not even replying. They're not even leaving a comment. They're not leaving a suggestion. They're not answering nothing, but they're gaining from it. So when we having a dialogue between me and whoever, somebody is learning from it. Somebody up here say they homeless. I'm trying to be homeless, but I'm trying to be homeless on purpose. I'm trying to feel like, I want to know what it feels like to walk out these front doors and not own nothing. Everything is gone. Just me outside. You know what I'm saying? Nothing I can come back to. Everything I got to start all over with. I want to try that. I told y'all I'm famous for doing things that don't make sense and making sense out of them. But if you're homeless, I'm going to pray for you. You know what I'm saying? So that you don't, that maybe you homeless by choice, or maybe you're not homeless by choice. But I'm going to pray that your life goes in the direction that you wanted to go in. All right? How old am I? 58 years old. Still great money in that. Absolutely. That's great that you work by yourself and have your life together. Hey, look, I've tried. Hey, look, I ain't always have it together. I was a thug. I was a bum. I was a alcoholic. I drank beer and wine and anything else I can get my hands on. I used to curse all the time, and now I changed all that. You got to have discipline to change your life. You can't keep doing the same thing and expecting something different to happen. I knew where I was going. I was going to HE double hockey sticks. You feel what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to go there. You possess a lot of wisdom. What message would you give to a 30-year-old single dad who's trying to figure out his life? Hey, look, first of all, you a single dad. That means that you got somebody that's dependent on you to already figured out your life. So let that be the step. Let that be the first block that we lay on the floor to the steps. That's the first block. You got somebody that's a little person that's already expecting you to know something so that they can know something. So that should be your motivation right there. The only thing I'm going to tell you to do, my friend, is get, like they say, drop something on the floor, right? Drop something on the floor so that you can get down on your hands and knees and get closer to God. Pray. Pray for the wisdom to understand your own life and for the courage to do something about it. You feel what I'm saying? You can make a choice. You can make a change. You can be the greatest thing that young person has ever seen in their life. And you could be an example. You know, when I used to go to my kids' school back in the day, real talk, no lie, real talk. My kids was in elementary school. And every day, like at least once or twice a week, I would go eat lunch with them. They were one grade apart. So one was like, say, 5 or 6. The other one was 4. But they were only one grade apart. So I would go eat lunch with them. And one day I would go in there. When I would go eat lunch with them, I'd always buy them a snack because they always had lunch money. So I'd buy them a cookie or ice cream. And all the people that sat with them, I buy all of them. And they say, man, I wish your dad was my dad. Hey, look, you can make an impression on other people. You can. Let's see. Praying and spending time is the most important thing. I'm grieving right now. Hey, look. Hey, look. My mother and father both died before I was 46 years old. Trust me. I tell people all the time, they died during a time when I needed them both. I needed them both because at 46, I just got to the place where life was sweet for me. My kids was all getting older. They was all doing things, and I wanted my mom and them to see, and my daddy to see what I had done, what I had raised. But guess what? They were on their way out when my kids was on their way up. They never met a grandkid. I got 4 grandkids now. They never met none of them. The oldest one is 10 years. 10 years old. I got a 10-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 9-month-old. One son had one son, and the other son had 2 daughters and a son. My daughter, she didn't have no kids yet, and she's 27. So it ain't her time yet. But I tell people, I said, listen, man, we all making some moves. We all grieving something. I tell people all the time, I feel like if I dial my mother's number, she's supposed to answer the phone. That's why I'm afraid to dial it. I won't even dial it by accident. I still got a number in my phone. I still got my daddy's number in my phone. Hey, look, man, it's hard when you lose somebody, because when you lose somebody for real, you know you ain't never gonna be able to talk to them unless you get on your knees. But you can still talk to them on your knees. You feel what I'm saying? Let's see. Coach, hope all is well. Holidays to you and your family. How old is too old for boxing on a professional level? There ain't no age. Remember Bernard Hopkins? Bernard Hopkins was 40-something and he was winning titles. George Foreman made a comeback at 40-something and he was winning titles. There's a whole lot of people that got in the pro game late. It's a lot of fighters that didn't start amateurs until, let me tell you something about amateurs. Amateurs start at 6 and go to 40. So at 6 years old, you can start fighting in the amateurs. At 40, you can still be fighting in the amateurs. So it all depends on you. It all depends on your hustle. All depends on your motivation, your discipline, your consistency. It all depends on what you plan on doing with your life. If you start training today, trust me, and you learn it right the first time. Then go out there and start making it work for you. It ain't never too late, bruh. Hey, Unc. How you handling all the negative energy in the world right now? Someone said we live currently in an era of genocide. Man, we do live in an era of people just tearing up the world. All kinds of stuff going on. I'm talking about drugs. I'm talking about killings. I'm talking about rapes. I'm talking about robberies. I'm talking about kidnappings. World fight wars. We fighting wars that don't even make sense. I mean, it is what it is. This is what happens. It's been war since the Bible days. That was unexplainable. War, just people, the Jews didn't like the Gentiles or whatever. It's always somebody didn't like somebody for whatever reason they didn't like them. It never made sense. You don't like people, don't like the Muslims, don't like these people, and the Christians don't like those people, and the different color people. I ain't gonna say names, but this color people don't like that color people. It's always been like that. We gotta find a way to make it, to keep it peaceful in our heart. See, because those wars don't have nothing to do with me. So, but if they, like Steven Seagal said in the movie, unless they knock on my door and bring the war into my house, then we got a problem. But we just got to pray. That's all we got left. All we got left is prayer. There's nothing else. There's no magic solution. There's no magic potion. There's no witch or no witch doctor. It's just us. So, you ever notice that all the crap that we go through doing 911 September the 11th, when the planes hit the buildings in New York, everybody was friends. Everybody was friends after that plane hit because we all realized we was in this mess together. Now we forgot. We conveniently forgot 6 months later that happened. When people in New York didn't even, New York has always been known for not talking to people. New Yorkers just walk right past you because that's just the way. There's so many people in New York and so much stuff going on. They just walk past you. But I was sitting and having conversations with everybody. Everybody, people in the barbershop, people in the grocery store, people in the supermarket, people in the farm, everybody, anywhere. If I was walking down the street, they want to stop and talk. What you think about this? Because everybody was confused at the same time. I don't say that that's what we needed, but that's what we needed at that time. We needed people to talk. Cleveland, Ohio, what's good with you? You wasn't a thug on South Central. I'm not from South Central. You don't got to be from South Central to be a thug. You just got to be doing something you ain't got no business doing. And that's the bottom line. I was doing a whole lot of stuff that if I'd have kept going, I would have been locked up. And that's why I changed my life. Sir, you can be my fan. I'm definitely going to be your fan. We got somebody up here telling me to show him my booty. Hey, look, man. You're going to have to see it through these pants, bro. Sorry to hear. Hey, bro, if you can't support him, at least report him. All those guys were boxing since childhood, though. If you starting out fresh and you're over 20, you'll never be a professional boxer. That's a lie. It's a whole lot of people that's out there that's over 20 that didn't have boxing because boxing wasn't available to them. Some people were wrestlers. Some people were football players. I had professional football players in my boxing gym that came in when they were already in the pros and started learning how to box. Then I heard some of them took what they call a smoker. A smoker is an unsanctioned fight that you have in boxing gyms around the world. And some guys have baked it. Anybody that says there's only one way to do things don't have a lot of experience at this. People tell me it's only one way to throw a jab. It's only one way to throw a hook. It's only one way to throw a right cross. It's more than one way to do anything. It's a whole lot of people. Everybody that's in boxing that's a pro didn't start when they was younger. I don't know what you mean about everybody hate the Indians. The Indians. I love the Indians. My grandmama was part Indian. Happy Thanksgiving, player. Once we realize that we're all one and we're all connected and dependent, that's when we have the world peace. And the question is, how do we get there ASAP? There ain't no way to get there ASAP because there's so many people out here. Like you see all these trolls I got online. No matter what I'm talking about, I could be saying a prayer online and somebody be telling me I'm stupid. I could be saying I'm going to kill somebody online and everybody be telling me I'm stupid. You know what I'm saying? So there's no way to win. As long as we got so many different people in the world that don't believe in a whole lot of stuff, there's no way to win. So we just got to, we got to do the best we can with the hand we got. And look, in America, everyone hate the Indians. No, they don't. It's only a few people that hate the Indians, and you probably can figure out who they are. But I got some Buffalo niggas upstairs right now to tell you I don't hate the Indians. I got some brand new Buffalo nickels. My grandmama was part Indian, so, that's what we do here. Is there any reason why why are we asking the same question over and over? Why confidence is an important thing in your life? Because without confidence, you ain't going to do nothing. There's a whole lot of people that don't have confidence and they don't do nothing. They'll graduate from college, don't have confidence they're going to get a job. So when they go to the job, they talk like they don't know if they qualify for the job. You got to have confidence for everything. Confidence in marriage, confidence in employment, confidence that your car's going to make it down the street, confidence that you're going to make it down the street, whether you walk, running, or biking. It's confidence in fights. It's so many things that we need confidence for. Without it, then we just basically, we just basically ain't going in the right direction. Hey, this K Zuma Zumi. Hey, look, you just up here trying to get attention, but I'm about to give you some attention. There go your attention. We don't like that those come and deliberately undermine us. Yeah, we don't. People do that all the time. You might have said, hide your kids, hide your wife. Nah, I just got a sword for that. I'll chop your head off. Look, I'm that kind of guy. Such a motivated and motivational coach I have ever seen, so disciplined. Hey, look, I appreciate you being here, player. I really do. You could be anywhere in the world, but instead you chose to be here. Block the dude from spamming. Hey, look, man, I try to, man. Sometimes I wait till they say so much stuff that I can't ignore them. Then I get rid of them. Hey, dude, love you. You changed my thinking about life. Like problems is a part of life. They always come, but like a warrior, like our army. Exactly. Why we don't get equal? Because equal means a lot of people die. And look, it's a whole lot of people that's why they came up with the term turn the other cheek. Because if you get hit in one cheek and then everybody that get popped in one cheek fight everybody, the whole world going to be fighting. And they ain't just mean a swing. That's metaphorical. A punch in the cheek don't necessarily mean somebody and hit you in the cheek. Sometimes they can do things to you and say things about you. And if everybody retaliated the way that we're being talked to or being handled, the whole world would be fighting. And that ain't good. Hey, what's up? Your first time here? You from the UK? I appreciate you being here. Once again, it's your boy, Coach Carl. Mr. 58 is the new 28. Please hit that subscribe button so anybody that's up here will have a chance to come back again tomorrow. We get to do it all over again. You could be anywhere in the world, but I'm glad that y'all are here with me right now, and we having the best conversation that money can buy. Tell me a motivational line for my future. I'm a teenager and I want to archive my goals. I got a motivational line for you. No matter what, don't quit. I don't care what it is. Whatever it is, don't quit. That's the best thing I can tell you. As a teenager or as an old person, don't quit. If you get sick, don't quit. If you start losing, don't quit. If you winning, don't quit. People quit when they winning because they think they winning, and then all of a sudden, like the Dallas Cowboys came back on the Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles were 21-0. They came back and won the game 24-21. Ain't that something? Don't quit. What is your goal for your subscribers? To educate y'all on dieting, to educate y'all on fitness, and to educate y'all on life. Life is about diet and fitness. You create time. Time is the one thing that money can't buy. You create time when you eat right and you exercise. That's what you're doing. You're creating time. You're giving your life a longer lifespan so that some of these things that y'all want to achieve in life, you have a chance to achieve them. You got to be here to achieve them. And y'all do know I got a subscriber list. Y'all could always become a one of my subscribers on my channel, and you can also become you can also join my It's funny how people start texting me and they say it's important. They always say it's important when you online. I don't know if you see me online and then saying it's important. Oh, okay, there we go. Now y'all can also join my membership. I got a membership thing where I put out videos on my membership that I don't put out on my regular channel. Why? Because I want to be able to talk to people. I want people to be able to talk to me. And sometimes when you got a whole group of people, you can't get to everybody. Really, y'all might hit me up and tell me y'all want to learn something about something in particular. Man, I got a whole channel, right? And on my channel, I got I got over 1,400 videos up here. You can go to any one of my videos and leave a comment with a question mark or a question, period. And I'll go back and I'll answer it. I read all my comments, even if they're silly, even if they don't make sense to somebody else, they may make sense to me. Hey, handsome, you have a heart-shaped lip. Hey, look, let me tell you some story about my lip right here. When I was a kid, it was a guy that lived behind me. I was about fourth grade. I think he was like third grade. He lived in a house behind me. So my backyard was adjacent to his backyard. And he was standing at the gate one day. And he had a brick in his hand, a little brick about this big, piece of a brick. And it was me and another guy in the backyard. And I said, man, put that brick down. I said, you throw that brick at me, I'm going to beat your hind parts. He like, and then I said, you do it. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. I dare you do it. He said, threw the brick, hit me right in the mouth. And then he ran in the house. I jumped the fence and chased him, and he ran in the house, slammed the door. His mama came to the door, and I said, look what he did to my lip. My whole mouth was bleeding, right? I didn't know I lost teeth or whatever. I went home and showed my mom. Mom was a nurse. Mama took me right to the emergency room. They had to put some stitches right here on my lip. And that dude ain't never come back outside. He would never come outside. I was going to beat his hind parts. Let me see. Best food for good hair and long, healthy hairs. Best food. Anything that ain't junk food. I tell people real food is the answer to everything. When I say real food, I mean it didn't come in a pack. Unless it's vegetables. Are you married? Yep, I'm married. I've been married for 34 years. Some people say that some teenagers can do whatever they want and break rules. Some of them can, and some of them do, because they don't understand the repercussions of it. You break rules when you don't understand what's going to happen. But as soon as that judge hit that pallet and tell you got 10 years or 20 years, oh, the reality check now, it's a different ball game. I've been there. I ain't never been to jail, but I've been standing in front of a judge before, and he says, if you come back to my courtroom one more time, you going to jail. I said, that's okay. Adios amigos. I don't see you no more, and I never seen him again. Have I wanted to do the Tour de France? Yep, I ride bikes. I do. I sure do. I got a racing bike. Somebody say, oh, dang. Am I married? Oh, dang. Hey, look. The good ones. They say that what they always say. The good ones are always taken. And I'm one of them ones that don't cheat. See, I asked God for what I wanted. He gave it to me. I wasn't going to disrespect God and cheat on what I asked him for, right? So, you know, you gotta play the game out. Faceless reactions. I like the name though. Real talk. Say, I've been married for 34 years. Any tips for long-term relationships and happy relationships? Yeah. Listen. You got to listen. They saying something all the time, but you just got to listen. You don't always hear it until you start listening. You got to look at people's actions, emotions. I tell people, you know how to tear up a relationship. Just come in the house and knock stuff over. Come in the house and throw stuff around the room, kick stuff over, knock a lamp down, all that. That's how you get a bad relationship. You want to get a good relationship, come in the house and listen to them. Bring them flowers every now and then. Bring them a present. I give my wife a present because it's a Tuesday, not because it's a holiday, not because it's a birthday, not because it's an anniversary. Then you got to talk to them. Life is about talking. Life is about communication. Keep the lines of communication open. If you got a problem, tell her what the problem is. If she got a problem, tell them what the problem is. We always been like that. I don't have problems because we keep the lines of communication open, so there's no place for a problem. Say, bro, going to court. Yeah, I went to court 18 years old. Yeah. Better not cheat. Hey, look, cheating is for a different group of people. See, because first of all, I don't want nothing else that's out there. It's just unfortunate that I always tell people if I lost my wife, I'd be single. Monk. Y'all hear me keep talking about the monk lifestyle. Yeah, so, hey, look. But I hope nothing ever happened to her. Because if something do, I'm going monk. I'm be like, I'm going monk, bruh. 100. Ain't nothing wrong with looking. I just don't look. You know why? Because I don't see nothing. Every time I look at somebody, I see my wife. Every time I talk to somebody, I think I'm talking to my wife. She is the ever all present, everything in my life. So everything is about her. I don't see other women. I had a guy tell me one time, he said, man, I brought my girl in your shop. I said, well, I don't remember. He said, she was the girl with the long hair. I said, I don't remember. He said, man, the light skin. He said, you don't know. I said, he showed me a picture. I said, I don't never remember you seeing. He said, I said, listen, man, I got a policy. I don't look at nobody else's girl. That's your girl. You need to look at her. I look at mine. I don't know what nobody look like but my wife. Hey, look, I'm going to show y'all a picture of my wife. You understand what I'm saying? I got to find it first. Hey, look, man, I be having so many pictures on my phone that my kids be sending me, that my wife be sending me, that my son-in-laws and daughters-in-laws and everybody be sending me. I don't be like lost. This is my wife. For those that don't know, that's my wife. So now y'all can say y'all seen her. Everybody look like my wife to be. So, you know how that go. Why a teenager thinks just because they are taller, they can do whatever and break rules. Hey, look, you know how it go, man. They think they're taller. They think they're like a giant. But they're not. Hiding from the bail bondsman is the biggest rush you'll ever get in your life. Hey, look, I never had to hide from him. I didn't need a bail bondsman. I had a brother that was 3 years older than me. He bailed me out. Police called my house. That's how bad they was looking for me. They called my house and asked my mama to bring me down to the courthouse. Hey, look, my brother, he met us down there and bailed me out. And that was crazy. I said, that's it for me. I got to go through all this to be a criminal? Nah, never mind. Big guy 2174, what up? If y'all need some new music, check out OT Love. OT Love. That's who it is? That's who it is then. So my face is Black Panther. Hey, look, man. My heart is probably monk. I'm a Shaolin monk on the inside. Hold up. You say it's on YouTube. OT Love. Let me see what this dude. Let me see what that dude be about, man. Let me see. One. Let me open this joint up. Let me see. OT Love. Oh, okay. Music artist. Habits. Let's see. I'm gonna peep them out. That's what's good. Appreciate the insight. Mean none. 3 days ago. Okay, mean none. Let me see what I said. I'm gonna Google that so I could peep it when I get offline. Let's see. Let me see something. OT. Mean none. Okay, I see it. Official video shot by JD Digital. Okay, we're gonna peep this. We're gonna be up on this. 3 days ago. All right. I'm with it. I'm with it. Anybody up here? Y'all want to know? Click on OT Love. Mean none. Get his brother some props. Anybody that's out there working, give him some props. Because he could be doing something else. But he out here trying to make it right. My religion. Baptist. Haha. She's one lucky lady. Hey, look, I tried. Your mindset is rare in this generation. You are blessed with this mindset. Hey, look, man, I'm just trying to be who God made me, bruh. God made me somebody. OT Love. You are one good man. Pat yourself on the back. Thank you. Somebody said, my wife is beautiful. Thank you. I like to think I'm the lucky one. For real. Let's see. Can someone tell? Your views? Okay, hold up. Oh, man, I just realized what time it was, yo. I just realized what time it was. But look, it's 4:24. I got to get ready to go, y'all, because I don't know if I told y'all this before, but I only eat once a day. And my meal time is 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. I eat for 1 hour every single day. Today, I'm going to have an orange, a protein bar, a double protein shake, and I'm going to have a plant-based vegan vegetable pizza. So we about to get it in, and then it's on to the next day. All right? So with that being said, thank y'all very much for logging into my channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the conversation. Please hit the notification icon so y'all can be notified every time I drop a new video. Once again, it's your boy, Coach Carl. Mr. 58 is the new 28. I'm going to catch y'all on the flip side because right about now, your boy gots to be out. Holla.